Welcome. Before we begin, I just want to encourage you when you're joining me on these videos to take a quiet space and light a candle and have some time that's uninterrupted, and to be able to spend a bit of time following these videos in some extended silence, just to help to cultivate your own spiritual practice, and for you to know that you are not alone, that we are together, searching and exploring our own souls and opening and receptive to God. So we'll be looking at the hindrances to our spiritual lives, those thoughts that make it difficult for us when we sit in stillness, when we become plagued with thoughts of doubt, or I should be able to do this, and why can't I? Or why do I just feel a big void when I'm searching for God? So I like to call those thoughts the beast of self-condemnation, because they are heartless, compassionless, nitpickers. And as we cultivate our ability to notice our interiority, we begin to notice that these negative thoughts have a very tight quality that tighten our mind and heart, that separate us from our heart and soul and keep us up in our mind. And that quality of tightness is not open and conducive to receptivity of God's presence. So as we become more aware of these thoughts and how they impact our heart and soul, we can begin to shift and choose wonder, a sense of openness and curiosity to our interior sacred space within us. And we can adopt an attitude of non-judgment and gentleness. And these very blocks can become a doorway to our deepest center. When we begin to hold these negative thoughts and to hold these experiences of a void, if we can hold them with tenderness, which engages our heart. So it helps us to get out of our cramped mind and judgmental thinking, holding our thoughts, even these difficult judgments, holding them with a tenderness will help to reorientate us toward our heart. Julian of Norwich, a 14th century mystic, says that the love of God and the presence of God is within us always, within our deepest center always. So we can be reassured by that. And she also adds that we don't live within that center with God. We forget. And that's just part of being human. So we're going shortly to look at, or to do rather, a meditation, a short meditation, where we can practice noticing our body in prayer, noticing our breath, noticing our depth, noticing how we are open and receptive to God with a compassionate understanding for ourselves, which would then generate compassionate understanding for others. And we're going to begin noticing the openness of our heart. So let's just close our eyes, just sit together and sit up nice and straight. And imagine that the front of our body is a soft and open and receptive heart to God. And our back is straight and the dignity of being human in the presence of God. And we can begin by noticing our breath. And on our in-breath, we can say silently to ourselves, opening, my heart to God. And on the out-breath, let everything else go. And now place your awareness on your body in stillness. Just noticing your back resting against your chair. Noticing your seat resting on the chair. Noticing your feet resting on the floor, grounded. Noticing then your hands wherever they are resting. Noticing in this present moment your body in stillness, in prayer. And then let's move more deeply within and begin to notice our heart, the disposition of our heart. Noticing your heart's openness to God, or in the least your desire to open to God. Become aware of the beauty and goodness and sacredness within your own heart, which has such a beautiful desire as to open to God. When your thoughts wander, just bring them back to your heart without any judgment. Just notice your thoughts, let them go, bring them back to your heart's intention to open to God. And then we can imagine the rising sun, the sun of morning, the rising light that dispels the darkness. Just imagine and picture the rising sun. And imagine this rising sun is within your own heart. Bringing light and radiant life-givingness. And that your own heart is this rising sun. And become aware that deeply within you, the presence of God is the source of this light and this life-givingness. And this radiant light of God is the healing light of God's loving presence within your depths, always. We'll just take a minute or two for silence. Amen. Thank you.